Hello YouTube, Gladiator Beast YCS champion and 2009 World Championship competitor Mike Kohanam here. Today I'm going to talk about a cool tech card that came out of the recent YCS in Providence, Rhode Island, and how it actually applies to Gladiator Beast strategy as well. If you had been paying attention to YCS Providence, you may have noticed that Charlie Futch, who won the event with his Mitsurugi Ryzeal deck, used 3 copies of Harpie's Featherstorm in his side deck, which he would side in when going first. So here's a copy of the deck that won YCS Providence. As you'll see, there are no winged beasts in the deck other than Molcharmi Fualos, who you're probably not normal summoning turn 1 going first rather. So he's using 3 copies of Harpie's Featherstorm, which I know is a card I just talked about in an earlier video, but he's using it solely with the strategy of using the Ryzeal engine to summon 2 level 4 monsters on his first turn, then Ixie summon from the extra deck Castel, who we will bring up, let's see, this guy, Castel, the Sky Blaster Musketeer, who is a rank 4 winged beast, so it's easy to summon. And then with that on the field, he's able to activate Harpie's Featherstorm, which he can flip over turn 1, preventing the opponent from using monster effects, and then ideally that just shuts them out of the duel so he can win on the following turn. So this is a powerful strategy for going first. It's setting up the Castel and flipping the Featherstorm. He is also using 1 copy of Triple Tactics Thrust, which can set the Featherstorm. So he really went all out with Harpie's Featherstorm in this deck that really doesn't even use winged beasts. It just includes Castel as a necessary card for using the Featherstorm, but it's not in the actual strategy of the deck. Gladiator decks, on the other hand, have a bunch of winged beasts in the main deck, side deck, extra deck. So I think it's actually even easier to access the winged beast monster that allows you to flip over Harpie's Featherstorm. You have Gladiator Beast Dragacies, which you can make with any 2 Gladiator Beasts on your field in a link summon. You have Gladiator Beast Aquest, Gladiator Beast Bestiari, which you can simply normal summon. You have Tri-Brigade Nerval, if that's a card that you are using, if you're running the Tri-Brigade variant, which you can normal summon and then flip Harpie's Featherstorm for during your opponent's turn. And then your whole Tri-Brigade engine gives you access to the Dragacies as well, because you can use any of their effects to just banish 2 monsters from your graveyard to summon Gladiator Beast Dragacies, who is a winged beast monster, allowing you to flip Harpie's Featherstorm. More importantly, the Gladiator Beast deck has way more follow-up when it summons one of these monsters and then blanks the opponent's turn with Harpie's Featherstorm. So if you summon Castel in your Mitsurugi Ryzeal deck and then flip Harpie's Featherstorm so they can't use monster effects, if all you have on the field is a Castel, you're still going to need to make additional plays and hope they don't get stopped during your own turn in order to close out the duel. For Gladiator Beasts, however, the monster you're putting on the field is a lot more useful and impactful before flipping the Harpie's Featherstorm. If you pass your turn with Gladiator Beast Dragacies out and a Featherstorm face down, and then flip it on your opponent's turn so they can't use any monster effects and just pass back to you in all likelihood, all the Dragacies has to do is attack and tag out, and you pretty much have your full Gladiator Beast combo, where you're going to end up with a bunch of negations on your field that the opponent won't be able to overcome, if your opponent can even survive the turn. Because if you do have follow-up and additional plays that you can do before your first battle phase of that turn, you might be able to summon Claudius or other monsters to just wipe out your opponent then and there. So the winged beast being central to the Gladiator Beast strategy, I think actually makes Harpie's Featherstorm even more powerful in Gladiator Beasts than it is in Mitsurugi Ryzeal. So what does this all mean? It doesn't mean Gladiator Beasts are a more powerful deck than Mitsurugi Ryzeal, but it might mean that maybe it is worth using 3 copies of Harpie's Featherstorm in the side deck of a Gladiator Beast deck after seeing the success that it had in Charlie Futch's Mitsurugi Ryzeal deck. Previously, I was only using 1 copy with copies of a Cripple Tactics Thrust to maybe set it face down. I thought you don't want to draw too many and not have the Gladiator Beast, but I think the proof of how high impact the card is, as we saw from the results of Providence, as well as basically the fact that the risk paid off for Charlie, it's making me reconsider that whether 1 copy or even two copies is enough, and maybe Gladiator Beast should just use 3 copies in the side deck and side all 3 in going first every single time, plus an additional copy or more copies of Cripple Tactics Thrust to get it. It might be a really easy way to just steal victories without opponents having a chance of fighting back. And it's really incredible how many cards in a Gladiator Beast deck can access a Wind-Winged Beast when you consider every Tri-Brigade monster, Gladiator Proving Ground, basically anything that gets 2 Gladiators on the field, so that you can make Dragacies, anything that gets 2 monsters on the field, so that you can get, including 1 Gladiator Beast, so you can make Panther, and then use Comeback, use Panther's effect to get a Wind-Winged Beasts. Fire Formation Tanky gets you into the Tri-Brigade engine, which allows you to summon Dragacies as well, so that you have a Wind-Winged Beast. It's incredible how many cards in the deck can actually get that set up, and then you don't really need to play additional cards on the next turn necessarily, because if you just start your turn with Dragacies on the field and the opponent couldn't do anything about it because they couldn't use monster effects, that's probably enough for you to just win the duel if you attack and successfully tag out. Obviously, if it gets stopped by something like an Ash Blossom at the end of the battle phase, they'll be back in the game. But if they didn't stop you on your way to summoning it, there's a good chance that it's going to stick. So it's definitely something to consider. So that's my Gladiator Beast takeaway from YCS Providence. No Gladiator Beast decks in the top 32. Keep looking at future YCSs, see if any make it there. So far, we've only seen those regional tops for Tri-Brigade Gladiator Beast decks. But I'm going to stay on top of the progression of the deck, how it transforms at a competitive level, whether we see any more success with the deck, and take it from there. And hopefully we'll see a little more competition from Gladiator Beasts. But I do think that the success of Harpie's Featherstorm is a good indication of maybe what Gladiator Beast duelists should do in their competitive decks.